Good morning. Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. All Progressives Congress inaugurates Governor Sanwo-Olu-led 305-member National Campaign Council. President Tinubu assures Nigerians of stability in oil sector. On the foreign scene, rocket kills 8 United Nations peacekeepers in Lebanon. And in sport, Lagos State government to host 9th edition of Women Run on November 9. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor and Chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC National Campaign Council for November 16 Ondo State gubernatorial election, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has assured his party leadership that the committee would win the forthcoming gubernatorial election with nothing less than 80% of the total votes. Sanwo-Olu, who is the Southwest leader of APC, said this during the inauguration of the APC National Campaign Council by the party leadership led by the national chairman, Dele Agadumo, at Akure, Ondo State. He urged all the party leaders and members to work for the victory of the APC gubernatorial candidate, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, in the November 16 poll. Governor Sanwo-Olu appreciated President Bola Tinubu, who he described as the leader of the party, for giving his support for the APC National Campaign Council to lead the governorship campaign in Ondo State. In his address, the APC National Chairman Dele Agadumo expressed confidence that the ruling party in Ondo State will win the gubernatorial election with a wide margin in a free and fair contest. Agadumo, while inaugurating the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu-led 305-member council, urged them to swing into action and build a strong synergy with the state and local campaign council for APC to be victorious in the next month gubernatorial poll. Chairman of Alimosho local government area, Sulaiman Jalili, has formally apologized to the Lagos State House of Assembly and withdrawn a lawsuit he previously filed against the legislative body. This follows his indefinite suspension by the Assembly on October 7 over alleged non-compliance and defiance towards the House's directives. In the apology letter addressed to the Assembly, and read aloud during the House plenary, Jalili expressed regret for his actions and pledged his commitment to fostering cooperation and alignment with the Assembly's expectations. Jalili expressed regret for any perceived disrespect or misconduct, acknowledging that his actions may have contributed to a misunderstanding with the Assembly, a situation he now regrets deeply. He said his conduct, which may have appeared disrespectful, was not his intention, and that he has always held the leadership of the Assembly in the highest regard. Jalili also emphasized his commitment to building a more constructive and respectful relationship with the Assembly. Following Jalili's suspension, the Assembly appointed the Vice Chairman, Akimelu Johnson, to serve as acting chairman. The Osun State House of Assembly has commenced the State Multi-Door Court Establishment Bill 2024, which seeks to provide opportunities for alternative dispute resolution. A statement released by the Chief Press Secretary to the Speaker of the Assembly, Olamide Tiamiyu, described the bill as a landmark move aimed at reforming the judicial system in the state. While addressing the Parliament, the Speaker, Dele Agadumo, who highlighted the importance of the bill, noted that it aligns with the global best practices in judicial administration and reflects a commitment to modernizing the state's legal framework. Providing further insight into the bill sponsored by lawmaker Femi Muwola, the statement explained that when passed, it would assist in the implementation of alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, thereby reducing the burden on courts and enhancing more timely and effective justice delivery for the people. The House of Representatives has urged the National Inland Waterways Authority, NIWA, to set standards for boat construction, licensing boat builders, and conducting annual inspections to ensure seaworthiness. While presenting the motion, lawmaker representing Niger State, Joshua Ghana, said no fewer than 80 bodies have been recovered, with 74 dead, 6 alive and 200 still missing in the boat accident that occurred in River Niger earlier this month. Ghana said most of the boat disasters in Nigeria in recent years were increasingly pointed to regulatory failures and often attributed to overloading and poorly maintained boats. The House urged NIWA to begin enforcement and establish training centers across the country to educate boat operators. Now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has assured Nigerians of improved stability in the oil sector with Naira for crude transactions, urging stakeholders to uphold the interests of the nation. Tinubu gave the charge during a review meeting at the State House, Abuja. He urged that using the Naira was conceived to remove the exchange rate hurdle. Tinubu asked the members of the Implementation Committee on the Naira-based sale of crude oil and refined products to resolve any problem, insisting that the government will not go back to the old way of doing things. He urged stakeholders to look inward and consider supplying enough petrol and petroleum products for local consumption to stop the persistent reliance on importation. The Acting General Officer Commanding 8th Division, Nigerian Army, Sokoto Ibekule Ajose, has reassured Nigerians of the Army's readiness to restore peace in every part of the country. Ajose said this when executives of the Correspondence Chapel of the Nigerian Union of Journalists paid him a courtesy visit at the division headquarters, Giginya Barracks in Sokoto. He also revealed that insecurity in the northwest has reduced significantly compared to some years ago. Ajose appealed for effective collaboration with the media as critical partners in the business of projecting the nation in a good light. And now to foreign news. The United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon, UNIFIL, says 8 of its peacekeepers were wounded after a rocket likely fired by Hezbollah or an affiliated group hit its headquarters in southern Lebanon. Austria's Federal Ministry of Defense said the attack injured right Austrian soldiers, with the force condemning the attack. The injuries were minor and superficial, with none of the soldiers who were members of a repair platoon requiring emergency medical attention. In our sport, the 9th edition of the Lagos Women Run, an annual marathon dedicated to empowering and celebrating women, is set to take place, drawing women from various backgrounds, all united in their passion for fitness, companionship, and positive social change. Speaking at a press briefing ahead of the event, Director General of the Lagos State Sports Commission, Lekon Fatudu, described the Lagos Women Run as more than just a marathon, but a movement that promotes women's health, empowerment, and unity across Lagos and beyond. Fatudu acknowledged the positive impact of the event in fostering a culture of fitness among women, and underscored the Lagos State government's support for such initiatives which advance opportunities for women in sports.
We identify the importance of women in our society, and we know that they are members of the society that have different, diverse, versatile capacity and abilities in so many areas. And we know that it is essential and important for a state in terms of productivity and socio-economic progress to have healthy and active citizens. So we have brought this forward.
On her part, the convener of the Lagos Women Run, Tayo Mubola, who shared insights on this year's theme, More Than a Run, explained that it embodies the event's broader purpose beyond fitness, aiming to create a platform for women to connect, support, and empower each other. Mubola noted that the race, scheduled to take place on November 9 from 7 a.m., will kick off at Tafawa Balewa Square and end at the Onikon Stadium.
program is here, and we want to make sure that at least a woman can be able to put food on the table, and that's what we want to do. So we need to support them. We need to train them how to go about it. Even if they've had other knowledge before, we need to see how we can actually give them more knowledge. Or the one they have before, they bring it to us. We now look for a way to assist them, a way to support them, a way to make sure that they are happy.
The 9th Lagos Women Run will be partnering various paramilitary groups, including the Nigeria Police, Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, and other security agencies for a smooth running of the event. And that ends our news at 10. Just before we go, always carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supplied 86,000 door furniture sets to 775 public schools? Can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor and Chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC National Campaign Council for November 16 Ondo State gubernatorial election, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has assured his party leadership that the committee would win the forthcoming gubernatorial election with nothing less than 80% of the total votes. President Bola Tinubu has assured Nigerians of improved stability in the oil sector with Naira for crude transactions, urging stakeholders to uphold the interests of the nation. We also told you that the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon, UNIFIL, says 8 of its peacekeepers were wounded after a rocket likely fired by Hezbollah or an affiliated group hit its headquarters in southern Lebanon. And in sports, the 9th edition of the Lagos Women Run, an annual marathon dedicated to empowering and celebrating women, is set to take place, drawing women from various backgrounds, all united in their passion for fitness, companionship, and positive social change. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.